Hey, good morning. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. So this morning, Mary's going to start with the water and weather, and then after, I will do some trail chatter. Okay.
Thank you, Donald. All right, good morning, everybody. Here in Blairsville this morning, it's 69 degrees and fair. We're going to have a high of 90 degrees today, and we will have a few afternoon clouds. Other than that, it's going to be mostly sunny. Tonight, 65 degrees, mostly clear sky. Winds will be light and variable today and tonight. Up on Blood Mountain today, we're looking at a high of 81 degrees and mostly sunny. Tonight, 66 degrees, mostly clear. 5-mile-per-hour winds today and tonight. Water's good on the trail right now. Make sure you top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter and Slaughter Creek. Some riders that I picked up yesterday at Burning Town Gap and brought into Franklin, they were telling me that water is plentiful on the trail so far in North Carolina, all the way up to Burning Town Gap. They said that it is better than the water supply in Georgia, even though they did not have any trouble finding water in Georgia. They also stated that there's not very many hikers on the trail in the area that they're in at the moment. They said they've been camping alone most nights. Sometimes one person might come into camp. They said it's been hot and stormy out there. Also, let's keep in mind the snakes that are out on the trail. It's summertime and they're out in the sun taking full advantage of it. Rocks, trail, logs, anywhere they can get the sun down on them. Also, remember that group of boulders up on Cow Rock does have that nest of copperheads, so we want to be careful for that. All right, Donald, I'm going to turn it over to you now, and you can talk about some other things we have going on out here.
Sweet. Thanks, man. All right. Let's see what we got going on. All right, and so for rescues, we had crews that rescued a traumatically injured hiker from the Punch Bowls, a popular hiking and swimming area on Saturday. The Ventura County Aviation Unit detailed how the air crew hoisted the patient over 220 feet out of the canyon by posting the footage on Instagram. A member of the air crew was lowered down into the canyon to help hoist the hiker back of hundreds of feet into the air and flew them to where ground crews were waiting to provide treatment. And no further information is available. I also saw here that there is a trail closure at Coco Crater Trail in Hawaii. It looks like people decided to not pay attention to the sign, and an 8-year-old boy was critically injured on Saturday. So, emergency officials reported the boy fell about 20 feet down a shaft toward the top of the trail and suffered several injuries, but many are ignoring the closure signs posted on portions of the pathway to the trail and still making the climb. I was surprised to see the tape, and so we talked to people around us, and there were hundreds of people up there, so we just did it. A hiker, Carla Sofia, said after completing the trek. Despite the incident, hikers we spoke with feel the trail is safe overall, besides an 8-year-old falling down a 20-foot hole. As long as you're watching your step, you got hydration with you, and are very aware of your surroundings. Lots of people on your trail. Once again, just watch your step. That's what Jerry Bourgeois says. He's a hiker, from what they say. Many hikers agree a section of stairs made of train tracks with a small gully below it could be slightly dangerous, but there is a bypass to avoid it. Because the stairs has no stability under it, They got the train tracks and stuff, but they do have another trail that leaves, but it does have a sign that says dangerous. Just pay attention to those signs. I mean, dangerous, not dangerous, don't go past this point, go
Trail
past
closed?
it. Trail closed, no big deal.
Everybody says it's okay. What do these people know? They close it, right?
Right. And so, you know, the sign does say it's dangerous. That's the only part I feel is unsafe, but it says it up there, so it should be fine. Says hiker Julius Greaves. Hikers also feel there are enough warnings posted throughout the park. There's plenty of warning signs before the trail, on Trail 2, Bourgeois said. The Coconut Coalition, a volunteer group that maintains the trail, said in a statement, encourages everyone to heed all warning signs and take every precaution seriously. Yeah. And so I was just looking that over, and that goes on to the issue we're having here in Georgia, where people are just not paying attention to anything, doing whatever they want to do, and now we have this huge bear issue going on. And even with the bear issue going on, and me posting it everywhere, and people actually responding to the bear issue, and it's a mixture of responses that are just mind-boggling almost. But it seems like people don't care, and they're still just doing whatever, man. I mean, we have bear issues everywhere, really everywhere right now in the Southeast, and so that I know of. I can't speak for other places. I'm only speaking on what I know and see and deal with every day. I'm not going to speak above the Smokies because I don't know. I really don't know what's going on up that way, but I have seen people posting pictures of bear issues, and it looks like there are people talking about it a little bit now. But one of the issues, I believe, is the gap feedings, and I think that it is attracting animals, and I think it's attracting bear. That's definitely an issue, and it doesn't seem like people are really listening. You know what I mean, dude? I know a large percent of the gap feeders that post online are not even really, they're not even hikers. They're just people that are watching, and maybe they're watching someone on YouTube, and now they've got an idea to come out and just do a gap feeding because they believe that's trail magic. And you know, it can be in some ways, but I believe that there's more behind the gap feedings than just someone wanting to do a kind thing, man. I think there's wanting to be wanted in a community, man, to be part of that hiking community and the fun and what they see, and that's cool, man. But at the same time, you got to think about how it is affecting the community as a whole. And some people just don't understand that part, man. And it's like, yeah, you're helping the aspiring through hikers, because a lot of places, when you roll down in that gap, there are people that won't feed the section hikers and stuff, man. They'll only feed the aspiring through hikers. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in division. So I don't know why that goes on, but whatever, to each their own. But I don't call that being part of the community. I call that dividing the community into sections or categories.
You're putting one above the other in more importance, I feel.
Yeah,
And we're all out here doing the same thing.
And everyone, it seems like people want that trail angel, like they want that name for some reason, or that status, and I'm not quite understanding it. I've never been one to just follow either. I'm just, I'm a loner anyways. All I do is work, and I see people and stuff, man, but I'm a loner, and I've never really been a follower, man, never really. Not even when I was a kid. You know what I mean, dude? I was always kind of that loner, man. But I don't understand the mentality of needing to be labeled something, man. If someone wants to do a good deed, man, just go do it, man. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to put it on Facebook or Reddit or YouTube. It just do it, man. And if you take some pictures and post it later, cool, man. But don't make that the part that's the most important. It should always be about the community, and the community includes the animals and the forest and the towns and just everyone, man, because it takes all of us. I say community now because I don't want to confuse people. I believe the community is made up of 5 parts, man, and all of us make this trail work. And so I'm just saying community because I want to make it simple for people to understand where I'm coming from. And so part of that community, man, is the animals. And when we go out here and just, we don't respect the forest, we don't respect LNT or practice LNT, we're causing all the issues that are happening right now. I post this stuff about the bears hoping that people will see it, and then I can go ahead and respond with like, well, it's not anyone's fault. We all need to do better and practice LNT, and not only practice it, teach it also to other people, man. And you know, I see a lot of people just like, oh, well, then stop leaving your garbage in the shed at Mountain Crossings or something, because I posted that on Reddit and I had some responses. And it's like, you know, it starts with the LNT and us at the gaps and what we do and how we do things, man, you know. And you know, if you have people at every single gap cooking food every single day, man, for a month, of course the bears are going to be there, and the coons and everything else. You know what I mean, man? If someone takes a bag of chips or they take a beer or they take, you know, where do you think those cans go? I probably half of the people carry that stuff back out. The other half tries to burn it in a pit or just leaves it at a shelter for someone else to pick up. Or, and this is what goes on out here. And so there's a lot of stuff going on, man, that I don't think people really realize how it's affecting the community after it's all said and done. After you leave, after the person's done and they go back to their own state or whatever, and not even pay attention to what's happening down here. We're the ones that are still here and dealing with the after effects.
I think a lot of people, like you're saying, after the person goes home, I think if this person is just seeing themselves and their group and they're doing proper leave no trace, maybe they don't see the impact of everything as a whole. When you don't have just one person, you have hundreds of people, and each person leaves just one piece.
That's right, Jane.
Now you have 100 pieces,
That's
and that
right.
multiplies. So one individual might see that they're doing a good job, but what about all the others out here that are not? So it multiplies quite quickly, and that's where, you know, just a little bit turns into a lot.
And that's right, man. And there's always those people, man, that see other people doing it, and they're like, oh, well, I'll just do it anyway.
Right.
I'll do it too. Screw it, man. They're doing it. I'm going to do it.
It must
And
be
they
okay.
yeah, so they just throw it on the ground. Or even if it's a Jolly Rancher or a chip or a half a sandwich, man, or a half a hamburger or a little piece of a hot dog, man. You got all these people doing that, man. You got hundreds of people rolling through here, thousands within a few months' time. And it's not just aspiring through hikers. What I try to, because, you know, a lot of people call us, man, that are newer, because this is the place to go when it's newer. When new people are ready to hike, they come to Georgia because this is where it begins. And you can hike almost 24/7 out here, man. I mean, meaning the weather, it does get bad out here, man, but it's for a very short amount of time. It's not like up north in Maine and stuff where, you know, 6 or 7 months we're getting whacked with cold weather. Down here, man, it's, you know, it's a couple months, you know. And so And you can get out just about anywhere here, man. There's just so much going on here, man. It's not like up north where you get up in the mountains, man, and you're pretty much up there. You can get out anywhere here. But I think that, people don't realize that there are thousands more people that are coming out here that have been trapped up all winter ready to hike, man. So they come here when it gets warmer, man, which is, the end of February, Marchish area. It starts to warm up a little bit. It's still cold, don't get me wrong, but that's when people start to break out and they start coming down. End of March, April, May, June, man, this place is loaded with everyone. So to think that there's only, those aspiring through hikers walking through Georgia like this year, how many was it? 2,000, 3,000 something?
There was 3,058 total at the end.
Okay.
When I looked at
So
it.
3,058 people tried to start here and walk up this trail, and that's just for the northbounders. A lot of them will at least make it to mile 31 or 40, so they're seeing this part of the trail, man. And that's them. Now add on another 6,000 to 7,000 people, man, walking through here, and you got a lot of people walking through that are leaving some sort of a mess, and so are a footprint. And you got a lot of groups that come through, younger kids, man, people that just don't understand that their actions are leaving a long-lasting effect that we have to deal with after people leave here, man. So it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to understand, actually. There's so much to this trail, man, that there's just such a wide...
It's not made up of one thing.
No, it isn't. There's so much going on. There's so many moving parts, man. And all of it needs to be in tune or in sync with each other. It's not going to work.
That's right.
It's just so much going on, man. I call it the dark side of the trail, man. The hikers are a small fraction of it. And so we just have to do our best to make sure that we pick up after ourselves and that we understand what we're doing when we do a gap feeding or leave an unattended cooler full of whatever's at a gap, man, or when you drop that banana peel on the ground, or you peel your boiled egg and just leave the shells, or you take that Jolly Rancher wrapper and leave it a trail going to your tent from the shelter or something, man. That all affects us when you dump your soups out, the excess, whatever, all around the shelter, when you wash your hands, when you brush your teeth and spit it out. I mean, it's just everything, man, that we do, we have to stop doing, man. All that is bad habits, man. Spit into your mountain house thing and throw it in your garbage that you're carrying, man. That's what we have to do. There's just, as the popularity of the trail has grown, we've seen more and more happening out here, and it's kind of disappointing, actually, man. It really is. But we have to do our best to spread the word on what we have to do to keep our trails safe and passable, and so everyone can come out here and continue to experience what we experience, and others can come here and find the experience or whatever they're searching for. And that's the experience, whatever it may be for you or Mary or me or whatever we get out of this place, man. We don't want that taken away from us now. I don't anyways. So, anyways, man, that's how I feel today, man. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, I agree with everything that you said.
Yeah.
I really do.
I hope that, people really just start to help out and listen and hear what I have to say, and don't think it's like I'm trying to tell anyone what to do. That's far from what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to teach people, man, and inform people of the long-lasting effects of what is going on with what people's actions, how they're affecting us after they leave. I'm trying to inform people, like, this is what's going on, man, and it's not just a troubled bear. These are multiple things going on. It's not just Bears Hog. It's everything, man. It's all of us. It's the communities as a whole, man. There's an issue going on here, man, and it needs to be addressed.
Right.
And the only way to address it is to talk about it. And, you know, years ago, I wouldn't have said anything probably because, you know, I do own a business here, and words can affect your business. But when I see actions affecting our business and our place, our church, man, really, someone needs to say something, because a lot of people are not going to say anything. They're just going to continue to let it happen because, you know,
Somebody else will take care of it.
right, and it's not happening. There are too many people, businesses and stuff, man, that are scared to say anything, and I know this for a fact. They just don't want the repercussions. They don't want people to not call them, but we have to be vocal, or it's going to continue to get worse. Someone needs to speak up, man. They need to. It's just out of control. And, you know, I think that we just keep talking about it. That's all we can do. Anyways, man, I hope everyone is having a great day, man. If anyone needs anything at all, Mary and I are here. Jordan's going to be up at the Gap working till November, but we share the Gap, the mountain crossings, and us. And Mary and I, we share Jordan. He's our little baby Jordan. Oh, baby Jordan. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later, man. If y'all need anything, give us a jingle. One love. Peace.